Hello, everybody. I started watching Love Island last night, season 7. I'm not like super obsessed with Love Island. I just like to be like in the know. So I watched Love Island season 6. That was the first season that I watched because it was the first time that like the whole fucking internet was just like, whoa, this is crazy. And I watched it and it wasn't that crazy. So I'm hoping this time it's gonna be a little bit more crazy. Today we're gonna go through. Have you ever been done dirty? Have you ever had someone like do something to you or treat you like fucking shit, and then nothing fucking happens? They just get away with it, and then um I don't know. Maybe you cross paths with that person often, and they just completely like are kind of like scared of you almost. Anyway, so that's what prompted me to do today's video because I texted my best friend and I was like really just kind of like, grr, you like, what the fuck? Who the fuck are these people and why the fuck do they act like this? And I was like, do you ever like think about this stuff like over and over and over and over in your head and it bothers you because there was no justice? And she was like, all the time. And so I was like, okay, wait. And then she was like, why? Is that what your next video is on? And I was like, maybe it's not. But she gave me the idea and like, amazing. I love her for that. Enough talking about me. Actually, no, there's going to be more of that too. Anyway. So yeah, I was inspired. I was like, wait, I want to see like other people's stories too so that I can like feel less alone and see ways that people deal with it, cuz I have unfortunately dealt with it the right way and I don't like that. I want to like break shit and start a fire or something. Like I don't want to be the good person, or I don't want to wait, what is it? The bigger person. I don't want to be the bigger person, but through my experiences, being the bigger person is like the easiest way to deal with stupid people. Like it's like I would never become like, actually I don't know, not never, but I always said to myself I would never become like a debate person because like almost always the person that you're debating is just fucking stupid and they don't understand things, and it's like that's a you problem. Get out of here, go figure some stuff out, come back and have this conversation for real. But people don't do that. So instead, today we're going to be reading some Am I the Assholes, and we're going to decide, were you wronged? Because I was looking for like a thread on Reddit, or like a community on Reddit that talked specifically about these things, like these kind of actions from other people, and I couldn't find anything. So I have some Am I the Assholes here to read with you, and we're gonna go through them and decide, was this person wronged? Were they really wronged? And maybe like what would be, the way to make it right so that we can stop just like, I don't know, I don't know. Am I the asshole for hating a particular person in my drama class? I used to go to a teenage drama class where we do stuff like improv and acting lessons. After a couple weeks of going, an autistic person joined. That, of course, not a bad thing, of course, as I have diagnosed autism as well, but he's a lot more autistic than me. I wouldn't call it severe on the point of low functioning, but he's far enough on the spectrum to be immediately noticeable. So he said this, but he's going to say it again. Now I'm fine with this, but he's just so cringe-inducing, and it makes me want to die. For instance, he started playing an amazing Digital Circus fan song, and she was so uncomfortable during the whole thing. They're so cocky as well. They want to be a voice actor and claim they can sing really well, but their singing is atrocious, and they have a speech impediment that makes them sound like a dying car engine. What the fuck? Now, this would all be fine if he was good at the aforementioned improv and acting, but he's so bad at all of it. For instance, I did a character who was a doctor who made bad jokes and laughed at them with a big exhale. Even if you don't find that funny, you can understand what's trying to be. But that stuff goes over his head and he gets confused. It doesn't understand, which is annoying when you have to work off each other. when we do improv in groups, it's a nightmare trying to understand what he's saying, and where improv is very improv is very yes and he's more like no, actually this happens, and then he spews out something like you're a murderer and you killed this person, and he sticks with it and it won't shut up about it when the scene has nothing to do with anything he says. It makes me so annoyed. Like, dude, you're not funny, and you're too fucking cocky, and you ruin everything just by speaking. I don't say this to him, of course, because I know he's probably got it hard, but I wish he never came to my drama class. Worst thing is, since teenage trauma is ending, my sister, who is my teacher, wants me to go with him to a severe autism class to help him settle in, but fuck that. He can rot in that class alone, the cocky bastard. Again, this is just him. I've worked with severely autistic people, some people who can barely talk and carry plushies along with them, and I'm fine with them, but he just annoys the fuck out of me. Am I the asshole? Yes! What the fuck is... I don't know. I don't really want to spend time on this because I think this is a fucking teenager. This is like a teenage drama class. His sister is the coach. And also just sounds like you're bad at improv. Like, you create your own character, and then he's like, you're a murderer, and you don't go with it. Like, you're just bad at improv. I wish there were comments, because this was posted like 20 minutes ago. But there's no comments. So we just have to like kind of decide for ourselves. Now, the point of this video was to see people who have been wronged, and then they did not get an apology. They did not get anything in return. And I honestly think that's the opposite person in this story. And also, what the fuck are you saying? He said it's not severe, but then he said it's severe. Like, which one is it? But anyway, this person with autism, I think they've been done fucking dirty. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? And like, you don't have to go with them to their class to help them settle in. Like, you can not like them, but like, coming to the internet, like, what the high schoolers, please don't use Reddit for your drama, unless it like involves your parents, of course. But like, just figure the fucking friend thing out. You're gonna lose so many friends in high school, just because like you meet them and you're like, oh, I actually don't fucking like you, or like they meet you and they're like, oh, I actually don't fucking like you, you know? Like, high schoolers are just like, you're literally being a high schooler. Like, it's not that big of a deal. You need to work on your tolerance for cringe, because it's everywhere. To be cringe is to be free. And yeah, shut the fuck up. Anyway, these ones always blow my mind. Okay, listen to this title. Am I the asshole for being upset my boyfriend did nothing for my birthday and went out with friends? Guys, I just saw the first line. We have an age gap couple. I, 22 female. My boyfriend is 36 male. That's not okay. And we've been together for about a year and a half. So it's when she was 20. My birthday was last weekend and I'm really hurt about how it went. I want to know if I'm overreacting. Birthdays are a big deal to me. I don't need expensive stuff, just something small like a card or spending time together. For his birthday, I made him a chocolate cake. Wait. Green mousse, guava juice, giant cake, birthday man, large shake, chocolate cake. I literally got that song stuck in my head yesterday, and I was singing it like all day, and I don't even know the words. I never knew the words as a kid. Like, I don't know. That song is crazy. That song is crazy. Like, Nicki Minaj could never. No, I'm kidding. But like, it is crazy. It's just a bunch of fucking words back to back. Green, green mousse, or no, green goose, lava juice, something. Whatever. Um. Okay, where are we? For his birthday, I made him a chocolate cake and got him a cool keychain with our initials. He said he loved it, so I thought he'd do something for mine. I mentioned wanting to check out a local coffee shop or just hang out at home. He said it sounded good, so I was hopeful, but on my birthday, he didn't say happy birthday or anything. He was just on his phone all morning around noon. He got a text and said his friends were going to a bar to watch a game. I said, it's my birthday, maybe we could go do something first. He was like, oh, right, happy birthday, we'll do something tomorrow. Then he left. I ended up ordering a pizza and eating alone while watching Netflix. My friends texted me nice messages, but it felt so lonely. He came home super late and didn't even text me all night. The next day I told him I was upset. He said I was overreacting and that birthdays aren't a big deal. They're not a big deal to you. I said it's not about that. It's about feeling like he cares. He just said he'd do something next year. I feel so ignored. He's usually nice, but this hurt a lot. Am I wrong for being mad? Um, he's not nice. He's 36 and he's dating a 22-year-old. He's a fucking weirdo. The age gap. Okay, this is what a commenter said. The age gap is already bad. The way he barely acknowledged you and then dismissed your feelings on your birthday only makes it worse. Yeah, and then they said, not the asshole. Please find someone capable of giving respect. Please find somebody like in your own fucking age range. Don't find somebody that was bringing their child to the school you attended. Okay, that's crazy. Like that's crazy. That's the age that like that's an age. Like what the fuck? Hello. When you were in like grade 8, they were probably like at children having children age. Think about that, please. Somebody who's had over a decade to think of being, at an age where you're capable and able of having children acceptably in society. I don't know what the fuck. Do you not think about that? What the fuck? I don't know. These people just hurt my brain. Now you know why women his own age won't date him. I wish that was like a universally known thing, because this happens so much. Like I had a friend group in we were literally 16. We had just got our licenses, and this fucking like 20 something year old was like hanging out with them and like trying to fuck them. It was terrible, and they were all loving it. They loved the attention. Um and then like I don't know, those people that I hung out with were morally questionable, I'll say. And even like in our early 20s, when we'd still hang out sometimes, I would bring it up and I'd be like, do you remember that time that literal fucking like pedophile freak was like trying to fuck you all? And I'm pretty sure he did fuck one of our friends. um and they were like, oh yeah, that was kind of weird, wasn't it? Excuse me, you've had like 6 years to think about this and that's all you've come up with? Like, I don't know, that's just scary. Like, don't have children if you don't think there's a problem with 16-year-olds hanging out with 22-year-olds. Like, that's just scary. Please don't fucking have children until you understand that. Because your children, like, oh my god, do no. People who don't see a problem in age gap relationships, please don't have children. Fuck that shit. I don't even have like a reason. Like, just don't. Hello? Okay. And then now we're moving on. Am I the asshole for telling my husband I want his mom banned from the delivery room? These are always understandable, okay? If you don't want somebody in your fucking, like, I wouldn't want anyone in my delivery room except for the person that, I made the baby with. Hello? Okay, I'm 34 weeks pregnant with our first baby. My husband, 35M, and I are thrilled, but his mother, 62 female, has been making this whole thing about her. She constantly refers to my unborn baby as her baby. She has a list of nicknames picked out and keeps calling herself Mama 2. Mama Old. That's crazy. She even offered to breastfeed if I can't produce enough. At 60 fucking 2? Do we know our place in the world? I told my husband I want my mom in the delivery room, but not his. I want someone calm and supportive with me, not someone trying to make TikToks of my labor. That's crazy. Like, it's a different thing if the birth giver themselves does it, because honestly, it's so impressive that you had the energy and attention to do that in the process. But like, even if the fucking father was like, let's make TikToks, they'd be like, shut the fuck up. Unless the wife was fine with it, of course. He said I was being unreasonable, that this was his baby too, and his mom just wants to be involved. I said she can wait in the waiting room like everyone else. He called me controlling and now says if she's not allowed in, he won't be either. I do think she's being controlling, because it's her fucking child. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's her fucking hoo-ha that's gotta be out on display. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I don't want to give birth with drama in the room, but now I'm afraid I'll be laboring alone just because I set a boundary. Am I the asshole? No. You could never be the asshole in this situation. Yeah, if your husband can't support you and keep his unhinged mother out of the room, I'd reconsider allowing him in the room too. I like that. Now we just gotta get her out of the room, and that baby will be like Dr. Doofenshmirtz, being born without a mother or a father in the room. But yeah, like, and also this is a perfect example for this video because that mother is never gonna apologize. If she had it in her to do that, it would have probably been done to a lot of people in the past that are no longer in her life for that reason. So fuck that person. This one is also very interesting. Um, I also, okay, let me just read the title first. Am I the asshole for getting my kid vaccinated despite my wife's wishes? I don't know how these people make these relationships work. This is hurting my brain. My wife is a hardcore conservative anti-vaxxer, and as the title states, I did something that extremely upset her. My child has always been the type to easily get sick, and we would always take precautions about it. Recently, my child has had to get vaccinated for measles, so I went ahead and let him get it just in precaution. In the moment, I didn't think much of it since I remember getting vaccinations around that age too. We go home, and my wife sees the band-aid on my son's arm, and she asks what happened. My son goes, needle. My wife starts yelling at me, and oh, very, very great mother yelling in front of the child and pushing me around, telling me that the shot would shorten his life expectancy. Obviously, it wouldn't. I told her that she's acting like a crazy lady, and she didn't like that. She took my son to my mother-in-law's house, who was also conservative. Ooh, you just lost your son. They're literally gonna keep him. I, like, they don't see children as real people. That's a fucking littlest pet shop that can sit on the shelf. Um, I gave her a day to cool down. I went over to her house and she wouldn't let me see my son. I feel that she is overreacting, yet my coworkers think that I was in the wrong as well. Am I the asshole for not wanting my child to get sick? No. But like, I don't know. Like you married a fucking moron. What do you like I don't But yeah, the comment says, you know what also shortens life expectancy? Measles. You're married to an idiot who endangers your child. Yes, and like having a disagreement and running away with your child, taking it away, that's so dangerous. Like, or well, not dangerous, I guess, but like, that's scary. Like, what the fuck? You're an anti vaxxer. Where are you taking your child? To like Area 51? Hello? Where are we going? But yeah, no, I don't know. This is just so fucking unacceptable, the whole vaccination thing. Like, I literally remember, and I told you, my parents were not really with the vaccines. Like, they were like hesitant to get them, but they're sheeple, so they saw that everyone else was doing it, and they were like, okay, well, we can't be the ones that are not doing it. Because then I remember when we would get vaccinations in school, like the people would come to our school to do vaccinations. There would always be like one kid who literally refused the vaccination, and then they had to like get the parent to come, and the parent would come and like just yell at people and just be like a Trump supporting fucking loser, like just brain dead fucking morons. And it's like, guys, so like millions and millions of people have taken this shot and lived just fine. Like, their life expectancy wasn't really shortened. Like, I have a fucking, actually crazy, my great grandma died a couple days ago. She's 102. Girl has all the shots. So if anything, they're helping us like raise our life expectancy. I mean, I don't know. I shouldn't say that. I don't know if that's true, but like I would assume that getting a shot for measles, for example, to stop you from getting measles, which can fucking kill you. I feel like that's kind of like extending your life expectancy, or like not risking the chance of lowering it. I kind of hate with that. Yeah, my life expectancy is shortened every time I have to hear slash read the uneducated, badly researched, stupid ass opinions of anti-vaxxers. Like, I don't know. If you're an anti-vaxxer, your right to vote should be revoked, and also have children. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Okay, this one's really interesting. Let me know how you would feel if somebody did this to you. Am I the asshole for flirting with another girl after my girlfriend introduced me as a friend? Me, 28 male, girlfriend 29 female, have been together for more than 2 years. We recently moved cities, and she has started working in a new place 3 months ago. Wait, where was that? 2 days ago was an after-work get-together event at a bar with her coworkers, and she forgot her phone charger at home and her battery was low. I went to give her the extra power bank we have at home, as her phone uses the old USB type. As I went to her table to give it to her, one of her colleagues asked her who I am. Before I could say anything, she replied, "This is my friend." He agreed to lend me the charger. I was a bit taken aback and looked to her and said, "Friend?" She just laughed and said, "You are so funny. Thank you for this." And waved to me as in implying goodbye. Is she 16? What the fuck? That's crazy. One of the other colleagues asked me if I was free, I can also join them, and I said why not, and I could sense the annoyance on my girlfriend's face. Break up with her? The fuck? People were drinking, some talked to me and asked me questions, made conversation. What do I do? Where do I grow up? I should mention at this point that my girlfriend and most of her colleagues there were Chinese and I am Indian. This becomes relevant later. Whenever someone would ask me anything related to how I met my girlfriend, she would pipe up to answer in a way that wasn't untrue but completely omits any romance, giving the impression that we were just old friends. This kept bothering me, and I will admit I was getting pretty angry. Then one of the colleagues who initially asked who I was, pretty drunk now, said girlfriend's name. Never told us she had such a good-looking friend, and laughed. Oh my god. My girlfriend also did a small polite laugh. I replied I didn't know she had such a pretty colleague either, and winked at her, which made her laugh more. But my girlfriend became visibly upset. Good. My girlfriend was turning red, and I was also feeling slightly uncomfortable, so after a bit more chit-chat, I made an excuse and said I gotta go. The colleague said I should get her number from my girlfriend, and then I left. Now when she came back, she refused to talk to me, and yesterday she angrily told me that I had kind of cheated on her and hurt her badly. She doesn't realize what she did to you? I replied that although what I did was hurtful, she also needs to own up to that introducing me as just a friend was hurtful. She refuses to acknowledge it as wrong, saying that she's just socially awkward and she thought that her colleagues might react weirdly to her dating an Indian guy. Oh, girl, dump this racist. What the fuck? As they're all dating white or other Chinese people, so interracial couples are fine. They're all Chinese dating white people. The fuck? And what? Never mind. Her reasoning is that it is a lot of explanation and questions regarding interracial dating, and she just wanted to avoid all that. I don't buy it. I feel she just wanted to hide the fact she's dating me. We are at an impasse. I refuse to apologize till she sees that what she did was wrong, and she thinks she did not do anything wrong, and I was mean. No. Shut the fuck up. Somebody said, absolutely not the asshole. Your girlfriend essentially erased your relationship to her new friends, I might add, who clearly didn't give a toss about your ethnicity. Your judgment was right. She just didn't want to admit she was dating you. Sorry, but that's a deal breaker. Yeah, that's a huge deal breaker. Like, what do you mean? Jesus. That's crazy. But yeah, I don't know. You know you're not the fucking asshole. Like, obviously you can't, like, I think you should break up with this girl and maybe don't go for her friend. Or if it's a new friend, just go for her new friend and be like, listen, she's crazy. Don't be friends with her. You can't say don't be friends with her. But, like, just put it all out there. Just be like, hey, I'm actually kind of interested in you. And that person that you thought was my friend was actually my girlfriend of 2 years. And I just broke up with her because she introduced me as a friend. What do you think? Thoughts? Opinions? There's this thing that teachers used to say. I don't know if they said it in other languages, but I went to, like, a French school. So they would say, after, like, explaining something, they'd be like, question, comment, commentaire, meaning, like, questions, comments, commentary. I don't know why they said comments and commentary. That doesn't make any sense. But I always thought that was so funny. Question, comment, commentaire. Like, girl, just ask if we have a question or if we understand. But it just felt like somebody's producer tag. Like, I'm trying to think of one. Why can't I think of one? I don't know. Like, if any of the teachers that I ever had in school made like a rap song, the intro should be like, or no, the end of the rap should be like, "Question, come on, Ted." That would be fire, honestly. Final update: would I be the asshole if I move out of our apartment knowing my fiance and his mom can't afford it without me? No, no. Sorry, I'm not reading that because no. See, this is what I'm fucking talking about. Just some bull fucking shit that makes no sense. Boyfriend threw away a gift he bought me. My boyfriend bought me a few articles of clothing. I forgot them at his house a few times. He got upset and threw them away. I'm pretty upset. I don't know what to do. He said he's never buying me anything ever again because he does not want to look at my stuff at his place. Is he an asshole or is it truly my fault because I left stuff at his place? Girl, he's cheating. What the fuck? Why would he not want your stuff at his place? Like, even if he was OCD, he would probably have like a little corner for your stuff or a little shelf or something, you know? And he would put them all there because that's just what you fucking do. You make it work, okay? Like, that's crazy. Time for a new boyfriend. Gifts are given, not held hostage. His behavior is unreasonable. Let me guess, he never wore the stuff he bought you, right? No, it was still in the packaging. Oh, okay, so she did not. That. Girl, give us the full fucking story. That's annoying as shit. So he probably thinks that you hate them. You need to fucking. Oh my god, this frustrates me so much because I have dealt with this issue myself a lot too. But it's like when like a I don't know. It's like when like an ADHD type person meets like an insecure OCD type person. Like, I'm not saying they have those issues. I'm just saying like it's giving like he's very upset that like she didn't take them with her. He thinks that he's overthinking and thinks that's like a sign that she doesn't want them, and maybe it is, and he's seeing like her lack of communication as like a reason to set a boundary where he's not gonna buy her things. I totally fucking understand that. That makes so much sense. I would never buy gifts for my boyfriend if he didn't appreciate them. What am I doing? I could just spend it all myself, you know? So like I get it, but also why are we buying our girlfriend's clothes? Do we know their style? Do we know they like it? Because last time I checked, straight men don't have the fucking drip, especially when it comes to women. They don't have like an eye for like what's nice and what's pretty, unless it's like fucking lingerie. So like I honestly think this girl owes him an apology. I was surprised. I was shocked. I thought we were just gonna like hate the boyfriend for being a weirdo, but also like there's two sides to this. Like, he chose to be immature and throw it away. He could have sold it, he could have donated it, he could have returned it, maybe, I don't know. It's still in the packaging. But I think he wanted to make a statement by throwing it away. And then but saying like, and also like, I'm wondering if this girl is manipulative, or like if he's manipulative, or she's like misrepresenting what's going on, because he said he's never buying me anything ever again because he does not want to look at my stuff at his place. Because either that's a fucking lie, or like he's just giving me like controlling vibes, like not in a bad way necessarily, but like it seems like he needs like control. And so when he gives you a gift and he expects you to like wear it and like it or something, or like appreciate that you got it for him, and you don't, like I don't know. This one's tough. Like, we don't have enough information. This girl is being way too like secretive. See, the way he's gaslighting you is crazy. Maybe I'm just reading too far into it. But the only reason he doesn't want to see his girlfriend's stuff at his place is if he brings over other girls. That's what I thought immediately too. But if it's still in the package, then he could play it off as giving it to the girl he brought over, you know? And if he has a type, then she might fit it, you know? So like, I don't think we have the answers. I don't think we can judge, like, I definitely think we can judge the girl for not giving us enough information, but we cannot judge really either side for their involvement in it when we don't know what the fuck actually happened. I don't know. I don't think your boyfriend's an asshole. I just think he's insecure, and that can come off as being an asshole a lot of the time. So maybe just have a conversation with him about it if you care about him, and be like, why did you do this? I really would love to know because it hurt me and I don't know how to move forward. Oof, this one's rough. Okay. Am I the asshole for me, 19 male, threatening to break up with my girlfriend, 18 female, for telling me to go to the dentist? I already know. No, like, that's valid. No. And then, no, I'm not reading this. The top comment is, please break up with her so she can be with someone who actually takes care of themselves. You're the asshole. Like, yeah, how could you not be the asshole? She's telling you to go make sure your health is good. Teeth health is so important. Saying that as somebody who hasn't been to a dentist in 4 years. Okay, this has happened to me, so I'm going to read it. Am I the asshole? Cut off my parents after they drove 1,158.6 miles to force a conversation knowing I'd be alone after work. Guys, let me just read this first. Oh no, it's really long. Never mind. Okay, let's skim through. Parents are racist. Yes, my parents are also of the generation where it's the kid's responsibility to maintain the relationship. Isn't that all the generations of parents right now, except for like Gen Z and some millennials? Like, the older generations are fucking useless at like doing the right thing, honestly, like just doing what's right. Like, even like just throughout meeting like my friends' parents in high school, I never met like a well-rounded person. All those fucking people from those older generations are fucking crazy. And if they're not, then they're probably not having children, and they're probably not having conversations with their children's friends, Like, I'm not saying that this is a bad thing, but I'm just saying, like, I always knew that a parent was kind of crazy when they would, like, want to talk about drama with us. It's like, what the fuck? And they would be in on it. Like, I would understand being like, so what's the high school drama these days? Like, that would be an interesting question to ask, but, like, they were in on it. Wait, okay, so this is where they pull up. This is all I cared about. We're like 7 paragraphs in, and this is where the story starts. And I thought they ambushed you at work. I drive home from work on a Friday afternoon, pull into my driveway. Wife is at her dad's with the kids as I move my garbage cans from the front of the house to the back. A car pulls into my driveway. It's them. I know that feeling. It's them. Like, it's just like, like, I don't know. It's like the signals for World War III. Like, the first time you notice them, it's just like, it's them. Like, I'm not kidding you. If you've never dealt with this, it's terrifying. Like, yes, they're your parents. They're probably not gonna like hurt you or anything, but just the audacity is terrifying. Okay. After listening to what my brother said, my mother interpreted it as just not to call me anymore. Driving to see me was still an option. Yep, that's exactly what happened with me. I'll get into my story after. Confirmed with my brother later as he sent me the text he sent them that the words he used were no contact at all, no phone calls. They had used the Find My Friend app my family all has on their phones to track me, so they knew when I'd be pulling in. Okay, sorry, but that's your mistake. You need to, like, when you cut contact, you need to cut contact. Okay? You need to think of everything. Okay? Just like younger people like me, when you cut contact with your parents, make sure you get your fucking passport and social security number and anything else that's important. Okay? They drove from Florida to New Jersey and then waited at a local restaurant until I got home to catch me. I immediately text wife, brother, and sister that they are here and I'm alone. Wife rushes home, but it takes her a bit. Siblings are sending support texts. Sister is just like, what the fuck? But brother is really upset as he felt like it was his fault this was happening. It's not his fault. He knows that. His weekend was probably as bad as mine was, though, as he kept blaming himself for what happened and was on the other side of the country, so couldn't do anything. What a great brother. We get inside the house and wait, you let them in? We get inside the house and have awkward small talk until my wife comes home, sends kids upstairs and sit at the table to have a talk I specifically didn't want to have while dealing with all this. Some highlights of the conversation. No apologies for the past or current actions. Main reasons for spending more time at sister's house is because they feel her kids are more affectionate to them than mine are. Intimated that they might have a reason to be upset with me instead of me being upset with them as I moved to New Jersey instead of Florida from North Carolina. Wife's family is in New Jersey and my sister is here. Oh god, Trump is involved. Blamed me for being upset as when we were kids. It was sometimes a joke that I was the favorite child among my siblings, and I don't hold that spot anymore. I asked them not to use the J racist word. Whoa, J racist word? Oh, Jewish. What the fuck? How is that a racist word? This is news to me, okay? Wife and I aren't religious, so they're Jewish. Wife and I, or no, sorry. So she is Jewish. The wife is Jewish. Wife and I aren't religious, so they didn't see this word as a problem, as they thought it was only a slur against religious Jews, not necessarily ethnic Jews. Yes, I have no idea what the fuck any of that means either. Okay, glad we're on the same page. Um, Two people are typing on this right now. Unfortunately, I have to let you know. Father jokes that Trump winning the presidency probably didn't help with everything going on. I didn't smile and agreed that probably didn't help. I mentioned the news story that he was trying to shut down the Department of Education. Wife and I are both teachers, and they quickly changed the topic and didn't bring up politics again. Yes, because whatever Donald Trump's doing does not personally affect them, even though it does. They just, they have a perspective that is very close-minded, and they don't understand that when all the people around you are being hurt by the leadership of your country, you're being hurt as well. Okay, bitch. People are gonna, lose so much, and you're gonna have to pick up the pace for them. Maybe not. I don't know if that's how that works, but, you know what I mean? Conversation ended when my mom said that they had a lot to think about, so they left to go stay at my sister's house for the weekend. I went to the living room and had an ugly crying breakdown on the couch with my wife comforting me. Due to my duress, she didn't go to her brother's house that night. At this point, he was in end-of-life care and was on home hospice. She would sleep there a few nights a week to be with him and help out his wife. She was scheduled to go this night, but his wife's sister volunteered to go so she could stay home to take care of me. I told her I'd be fine and she should be with her brother, but she chose to stay with me. That's beautiful. That is so beautiful. This is another thing I have complicated feelings about. I love that she stayed with me, but I'm angry / guilty that she did, as she missed time with her brother. I don't know. Fuck. Parents came back the next 2 days for dinner, but it was all awkward small talk both times. No further meaningful conversation was had. Once they left is when I decided to go no contact. Since then, I've only spoken directly to them once. Brother-in-law passed away in February. We had a celebration of life in their memory. My mother called me the day after to ask how it was. I was polite on the phone and talked for a few moments about it. When we hung up, I burst into tears again. So this was in February. It's the end of June now. Haven't talked to them since. Tried a therapist. He wasn't good. Want to try another, but since this first one sucked, I'm not in a rush to try again. Obviously running through shit in my head on the daily. I had a good childhood overall. Have a family, have a house, a career. I turned out great, and I'm working on making sure my kids turn out better. So my parents must have been at least okay parents, if not good parents, right? Huh? The fucking complete 180. Every time they leave, you break down crying, and they stalked you. They just fucking infiltrated your life when they knew that they weren't welcome. And I don't know, I'm confused why you let them. It's hard, but you gotta stand on business. They're not gonna change after one conversation, Now, time for my story, and this is gonna be the last story. But yeah, I fucking am currently no contact with my family. I still talk to my little brother because he's he actually tries to be a good person and always has. So it's very different. I don't have a reason to be fuck you. But the others are crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. My older brother is a Trump supporter, and we live in Canada, mind you. Boom. And, so yeah, obviously lots of fucking issues there. I'm literally gay. And I'm non-binary, and they don't know that, which is a good thing, because that would just be another way that they could invalidate me, I guess. Basically my entire existence. They don't like it, so they're no, you're just you're our son. It's no, bitch. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Act like a parent then. Anyway, I was at work one night, and it was a night where I was at work for a while. Like, it was definitely over, like, I want to say over 3 hours. Because if you don't know what I do, I clean office buildings, so depending on how dirty it is, it's like how long I'm there. Sometimes around the holidays, there will be like barely anyone there, and I'll just have to like basically empty like trash cans and wipe off their desks, and that's it. And it takes me like 30 minutes, and then other times it'll take like, like 3 hours. But yeah, so I was at work one night. This was actually this year. That was not that long ago, and this was just right after I it was right before I actually cut contact with my parents, and I was like, you need to leave me the fuck alone and figure your shit out. Like, I'm gonna give you some space to figure your shit out. And I told them like I told my mom what was wrong, because my dad doesn't give a fuck. But, and you know what her response was? Oh, you don't want to talk to me? I'm gonna drive to your work and sit in the parking lot, and I'm gonna wait for you. And then obviously I'm working, so I'm not on my phone, and so I'm working for probably like an hour, and in that hour I did see her car out there, but that there's always like a bunch of random people, like sometimes that it's like a basically a strip mall of offices. It's weird, okay? Where I work, and so she was across the parking lot at a different building, a different office building parked behind it, but I could still see like where the car, and I was like, oh, like there's somebody there, okay. And it was really late at night. It was like 8 p.m. probably, and it was 8 p.m. by the time she left, so it was like 6ish. She sat there for fucking 2 hours waiting for me, and then I go to look past a window, and I'm like, why is that car sitting there still, and there's a person in the driver's seat? Like, that's not normal. Like, why is, like, sometimes people wait to pick people up at the offices, but not for over an hour, like not for 2 hours. And then I look closer, and I'm like, is that my mom? That's my mom's fucking car. And then but I thought the person driving was a man, because they were far away, so it was just hard for me to tell. So I was like, no, that's not my mom. Went back to work, and then a couple minutes later, I was like just paranoid, so I checked my phone, and yeah, she literally left me a message saying like, I'm outside waiting, like, let's talk. And it took me like 30 minutes to build up the courage to like respond, because I was scared. I was like, why the fuck are you doing this? Why are you making me feel this way? And so yeah, I texted her. I was like, please leave. This is very inappropriate, and this is not how you resolve these issues. Like, please leave. And then she left, and then after, she had the audacity to complain about how I just made her wait there for 2 hours. You made you wait there for 2 hours, okay? The only reason I told you to leave was because you parked behind my car, and I needed to fucking, I needed to show myself in order to get to my car, and I didn't want to do that because I deserve fucking respect for my boundaries and shit like that. Ugh. Just such a fucking nightmare. And that's not the first time that's happened either. That's the first time it's happened at work, but there have been multiple times where my parents literally just showed up to my apartment, and like I get a knock on the door, and I'm like, oh, maybe it's like somebody going door to door for something, because like why would somebody be knocking on my door? Or maybe it's like a neighbor needing something, okay? Go to open my door, and it's just my parents walking in, and I'm like, and I don't like. The unfortunate thing with our generation having to deal with, bitch, just get your ass out of the frame. The unfortunate thing with our generation having to deal with like our parents and stuff is that like oftentimes we have to just let them kind of like walk all over us, because if we do defend ourselves, then they'll turn it around into a story of like, oh, they like, our own son wouldn't even let us in his apartment, and like slam the door in our face, and it's like, I don't give a fuck, but somehow it's gonna like, like it's a headache I don't want to deal with. So I always have the mindset that like, you know what, let me fuck around and find out what hear about. Like, I'm not taking them seriously at all, and they just barged into my home. But like, I still want to hear what they have to say. What if it's like actually revolutionary? What if it's gonna change things? And it never does, and they always leave. And yeah, and like the other thing too that I hate is my dad's a cop, and I have like a lot of like stuff, like art for the walls. Like, when I moved, I have an SUV, like it's like a smaller SUV. It's not really huge, but I'm not even kidding you. It took one whole full carload to move all my art, like my like stuff that I hang on the wall. Like, there was just so much, and there were a couple like massive ones. It was just like, it was honestly like really, it felt so cool. It was like, oh my god, I love all this stuff. And like, my voice just shit out, but like I love all this stuff, and I like, I've collected so much of it, and it all has a story. But anyway, so yeah, the reason I brought that up is because every time that the 3 times that my dad came to my apartment, he was just like staring at all the shit on the walls, and there's stuff related to like drugs. Like, I had a manual from a bong from like the mid 1900s because it was really cool, and it had like drawings on it and stuff, and he was just like it's like, shut the fuck up, nobody gives a fuck. Like, and that's like, that's kind of like how my upbringing was. Like, I wasn't raised by my mother and another man. I was raised by my mother and a cop. Like, he he's a cop. That's all he is. That's all he'll ever be. He forgot to like be a human being in his life. He's just a law enforcer. And yeah, that's my little story. And they don't, and that, that's why I wanted to talk about this, because it's really frustrating that people will do you dirty, and then they'll be like, what, me? I was just trying my hardest. And it's like, yeah, and your hardest was awful. So acknowledge that, take accountability, and fix it. Like, it's not fucking hard. And it pisses, like, I didn't even want to get into like the friend side of it. I have had so many friends, like, I mean, not even really friends. They're not really your friends if they're gonna do this to you. But like, I've just had so many people that I thought were friends that were like literally homophobic, and then there's nothing you can do about it. It's just like, they're just like, oh yeah, by the way, you're going to hell. Yeah, those are a few stories of mine, of times that I've been done so fucking dirty, and no, I don't know, what is it called? No, I got nothing for it. I got treated that way, and I got nothing for it. And I'm sure that we've all been like in a position like that, like on the other side of that in some way, but never in a fucking threatening someone's life way or stalking someone. Like, are you crazy? Are you fucking crazy? Like, for me, I feel like the extent is, I am very, what's the word, like, socially inept. Not inept, what does that mean? Like, I'm still learning how to like be around people and talk to people, because for like the first 16 years of my life, I kind of just lived in my room and never did anything unless it was like with my brothers, who didn't really fucking like me. So yeah, like, I don't know how to like go with the flow, and like oftentimes I say things that are like really stupid because I'm like nervous. I'm like, I don't know how to talk to people, but yeah, these beads just came off my fucking phone charm. It's okay, because I need to make a new phone charm. I want to make a pink one. I'll make a pink phone charm after this to match my outfit. I have a purple long sleeve shirt that I really wanted to wear under this, but it's dirty. Anyway, thank you so much for exploring some Am I the Assholes with me. Please, if you feel like it, of course, only leave a comment and tell me a time that somebody did you dirty and they never had to apologize for it. They never anything. They just went about their life. Because I know that it's weighing on you, and you remember that sometimes. Like, I don't believe in this whole moving on bullshit. Like, I would only move on if everything got resolved, okay? I don't think you move on from things that don't get resolved. I think that you, like, adapt and overcome, okay? That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. Um, but anyway, thank you so much for being here with me. I had a blast, and I hope you enjoyed my little personal stories. I try to, like, sprinkle them in every now and then because I, like, honestly have a bunch of fucking insane stories related to, like, my family. And obviously, everyone has, like, crazy stories from, like, I feel like all parts of their life. Like, I guess unless, like, I went to school with a bunch of, like, rich kids because I went to a private high school. They got nothing going on. Like, literally nothing. Literally nothing. The most important thing going on in their life is that they met, like, a Z-list celebrity while they were, like, vacationing somewhere. And it's like, okay. And you're still racist. The fuck? But yeah. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, hit the like and subscribe. I wonder if this sounds like ASMR. And please leave a comment. I would love to know. And also, I'm sorry that I look so tired. I don't know why. The first few hours that I wake up, I just look dead. I need time. I need time to, like, wake up. I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have a great everything.